We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. For the Pelicans, happy to be here in New Orleans right now in the midst of a homestand.
And there is no team who wants to take on this group right now. They've been playing terrific ball during this win streak.
Yeah, they've garnered a lot of attention here. It's been an amazing run coming together, and as we know, just playing unselfish basketball goes a long way for a winning team.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Greg, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
Here's Siakam. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
And the basket by McCollum.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Pass to Valanciunas. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. And the three off target. Here's Siakam. And the shot is long.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Williamson from long range. Indiana off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Here's Siakam. Out to Turner. Sinks the triple.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
The drive by Williamson. Count it.
Kind of fun to watch a battleship cruise through the lane like that. That's Zion coming right at you.
And so it's Indiana with it, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team. And a wide open look for Halliburton. It's good from about 19 feet.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. So the end of the season, Greg, is in sight now. Are players glad to see the finish line approaching?
I think it all depends on where you're at in the standings, Kevin. I mean, playoff-bound teams are eager to wrap things up, but those on the bubble probably wish they had more padding in their schedule.
That's good from Halliburton.
You know, young players who come into the league, you want to see if they can bring it every night. Halliburton has certainly fit that bill.
Off the inbound. Here's Nesmith. Cans the shot from the wing. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. They trail by 1. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
You guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, it's not always just about free throw shooting, but it can be a large factor and disrupt your confidence.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Ingram. Here's Valanciunas. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Jones. Over in the corner, Williamson. Here's Valanciunas. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Ingram wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end. And just so good off the bounce. C.J. McCollum is as frustrating to cover as anyone.
Yeah, but it's also, Greg, one of the players in the league that we appreciate the most. Because of the footwork, because of the fundamentals, maybe a little bit undersized, he finds ways to get it done with efficiency and effectiveness. Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Marshall gets the bucket.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
And he gets the bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Nance to the wing right side. Alvarado. The three-pointer, no good. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Siakam. Here's Shepard. That one's in, his first shot this game. Alvarado with it. And here's Marshall from the arc. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Pacers lead by 1. On New Orleans, back in a moment.
15.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
This Pelican front office has done a great job, Brent, finding some diamonds in the rough. Players that have now helped.
Think about it, Kevin. They grabbed Jose Alvarado and Najee Marshall, both undrafted players. And those guys are key rotation pieces to change the tempo of any game. Herb Jones, a great steal in the second round. Defensively comes in, creates havoc. I mean, a lot of really impressive finds for this front office.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, of course, the Pacers have a great history, and star point guard Tyrese Halliburton is eager to embrace it. He said, I want to know all the stories of Pacers players of the past. I want to know more about Ron Artest and everybody who played for this organization. I'm being where my feet are. I love being here in Indy. Kevin?
Oh, I love to hear that. He could be that next Pacers great player. David, thanks. He misses the free throw. Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And the Pacers with possession here. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Here's Toppin. They get it back. Pass to McConnell. Over McCollum. That misses off the backboard.
He's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Brandon Ingram, Tiny Dog is what they called him when he first got into the NBA, Brent. And he has become a very loud bark. What a player.
Yeah, Kevin, a lot of talk about him having to jump around in the shower to get wet, but he has put on the weight and become ferocious on the offensive end. This guy does not back down, and he's worked hard to fill out that frame.
A second-round pick in 2021, Brent, Herb Jones immediately made an impact on the defensive end.
Yeah, you wonder if being on the all-defensive team, or at least getting votes as a rookie, has changed Herb Jones' mentality about wanting to get Defensive Player of the Year. I know that sounds silly, but he's got the capability and versatility to be that much of an impact on the defensive end.
Goes up and slam dunk by Ingram.
And the awareness from Zion, I think that's something with playing time, with his maturity, it's going to continue to improve. Now a really good passer in this position.
Now here's Toppin. Still scoreless. Buries the long-range jumper.
Now what a great option he gives them on every possession. That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now here's McCollum. Following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. Back to Jones. Kicks it out to Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's McDermott. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum. And one of the unwritten rules of team play, Brent, don't throw your teammate a grenade. What are those?
Well, I got a lot of those in my years in Seattle, and I won't mention his name, but the initials were Gary Payton. Look, the shot clock's winding down, you're standing open, and the guard just gives it to you with 1.5 seconds to go, and you got to shoot the ball. So those are called live grenades, Kevin.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
In a wide open look for McCollum. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Screen by Siakam. Neesmith can't get it to go.
Relax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Pass to Robinson Earl. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
Basket counts. And now it's a 3-point Indiana lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Valanciunas good.
It's so hard to move a mountain, trust me. Major damage on the boards being done by Valanciunas.
Back to Turner. Deflects the pass to the wing on the left. Pass to Neesmith. McDermott sets a screen. Some solid defense from Ingram. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Pacers. They lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Driving in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got 5.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
He gets it in there. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And the ball handling right there, McCollum, he's able to get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Here's Halliburton following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Valanciunas. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. He has 6.
I know C.J. plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great point.
And it's Halliburton missing. Pelicans leading by 3. Here is Hawkins. And here's McCollum for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Here's Nesmith. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And the points coming for them now, Greg in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
I love how active Murphy is on offense because it forces the D to have to foul him.
The Pelicans making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, all Murphy has done since he's entered the NBA is shoot the lights out from the free throw line.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, guys. Zion Williamson is a force to be reckoned with, but Coach Willie Green said he's just scratching the surface. He's going to continue to get better. Over and over again, he's making the right play. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thanks. Here's Williamson. That one off the back iron and out.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pelicans leading by 6. Here's McCollum. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has 7. The shot from 20 feet away. Jump shot is good that time. Halliburton's got 9 points.
Running the pick and roll with just tremendous patience and poise. Halliburton reading the defense so well. He exploited that opening.
And that one is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 10.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Pass to Hawkins. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe. New Orleans in the lead. Nance outside. Pass to Marshall. Nance a screen. From outside the arc. The rebound by Turner.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor. Someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
And the Pacers with possession here, following the score by New Orleans. Siakam outside. Goes back up. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Nance.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And you love the energy of Jose Alvarado. He just brings it on the floor. A clear fan favorite.
Such a unique style of basketball, the way he goes about his business. And if a coach is smart, you're not trying to change it one bit. Jose brings all of that and mixes it up every single night.
Back to McDermott. Here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. From about 19 feet. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Here's Ingram. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Pelicans lead by 3. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments.
42.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Pacers trailed by 3. And here is Toppin. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
You can feel the presence as Valanciunas gets himself in the right spot.
And the wide open shot from McConnell. Doesn't go for him. Good D by McCollum. And here's Valanciunas. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Pass to Jones. Back to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And Valanciunas just needs a little bit of airspace. He's so big, easy for him to get to the rim.
McConnell with it. Now Toppin. And that one goes long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Count the basket. And it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. Yes, that goes in. Williamson's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely